response to this letter or the lack thereof. We hereby require you to cease and desist all unlawful orders under color of law, but not limited to published and written and spoken subject matter that are unsubstantiated and unconstitutional, in addition to any foreign emolument that has propagated the trespass of rights upon people in this county. The World Health Organization, the CDC, members of the executive branch, or any other agency cannot create law. You have a fiduciary duty and are held in the public trust not to work in concert with or be involved with the trespass upon guaranteed and protected rights. This includes intentional misrepresentation of facts and falsification of documents. Under the circumstances, Santa Cruz County health orders / guidance fit the definition of domestic terrorism under 18 U.S.C. 2331, quote, to intimidate or coerce a civilian population, end quote.
That's right.
Further, it would equate to felony perjury of your sworn and subscribed oath of office at a minimum, pursuant to Article 20, Section 3 of the California Constitution. Additionally, using your public office for any unconstitutional, unlawful advantage, profit, or gain in any manner, including procurement of federal funds, is a violation of the Hobbs Act and would equate to criminal emolument violation.
Attaboy, Bruce. Yep.
Yes.
Tim Welch, continuing. There have been intimidating, I think my mic is down. Can you turn my mic up a little bit? There have been intimidating phone calls and letters contacting employees and employers by county health officers and contractors, infringing upon rights and commerce, which is also a violation of the Hobbs Act. In addition to the Fourth Amendment violation of unlawful seizure and count of county businesses. Further, you in your official capacity or anyone professionally affiliated with you acting under color of law and depriving rights and working in concert with other state officials depriving rights would equate to civil rights damages pursuant to 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 and 1985. Parroting, mimicking, and repeating lies about N95 masks and other face coverings does not make them true. Multiple major studies in the last 10 years by doctors at the top of their field have concluded that this type of mask offers no protection against any virus. See the attached. These random and controlled studies have been published in the most highly respected medical journals in our country. To the contrary, many studies show that wearing a mask for extended times can cause negative and damaging health conditions. In conclusion, we require you to immediately remove your public requests and requirements that order or suggest any rights violations that pertain to liberty or commerce contrary to clearly established law. Thank you.
That's right.
Hello, my name is Beth Roby, continuing with the, I'm sorry. My name is Beth Roby, continuing with the document that Tim was just reading. This is a notice of violation, a notice to you of your violation of my constitutionally protected rights or any other rights I may have. Violations of due process of law as is required by statutes. You are following conspiring orders, mandates of officials that do not have the authority to issue. Therefore, they are participating in a conspiracy as set forth in local and federal law. You will be held personally responsible for your actions under the racketeering RICO statutes as set forth in this notice. In addition, you are required to provide us with criminal law and/or civil statute passed by the legislature and voted into the laws, statutes by the people. The law, statute, act, mandate, and demand signed into law that applies to us personally. Warning, U.S. Criminal Code Title 18, Chapter 13, Sections 241 and 242 makes it a felony to use or conspire to use color of law to enforce a code or regulation which results in the violation of a person's rights. Violators will be prosecuted. Title 18 U.S.C. Section 241, conspiracy against rights of citizens if two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any citizen in the free exercise or enjoyment of any any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or because of his having exercised the same, or if two or more persons go in disguise on the highway or on the premises of another with the intent to prevent or hinder his free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege to secure, they shall be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 10 years, or both. And if death results, they should be subject to imprisonment for any term of years or for life.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My name is Cheryl. Title 18, USC Section 242, Deprivation of Rights under Color of Law. Whoever, under color of law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subjects an inhabitant of any state, territory, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or to different punishments, pains, penalties, on account of such inhabitant being an alien, or be by reason of his color or race, than are prescribed for the punishment of citizens, shall be fined not more than $1,000 or imprisoned not more than 1 year, or both. And if death results, shall be subject to imprisonment for any term of years or for life. Title 42 USC Section 1983. When two or more persons conspire to use force, intimidation, or threat, or to injure a person, and deprive themselves of the rights and privileges as a United States citizen, the party injured may have an action for the recovery of damages occasioned by such injury or deprivation against any one or more of the conspirators. Please see the 64 names on the attachment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Monica McGuire from Corralitos, wanting to underline that that is the item that has been sent to all 5 supervisors and several other people high up in this county who have been degrading and removing our rights throughout this 8-month period, as they have for close to a decade. All of that is viewable by watching prior Board of Supervisor meetings. They are all on video, and anyone who doesn't already know about how many ways you have entirely ignored us, entirely not represented us, made sure that we did not have our rights of many, many sorts. They can go and look up the truest supervisor of this county, Becky Steinbruner, who has been writing in the Bratton Online blog for many years, all of the very easily referenced ways that you have broken our own local codes and laws, all of the ways that you have ignored us as we've come to you asking that the Aptos Village Project and so many others where there's just ridiculous amounts of broken laws would be addressed that you never addressed. Becky Steinbruner is the Steinbruner States column on Bratton Online, BRATTON online.com. And you can also see her and many of us speaking at these Board of Supervisor meetings at the beginning of most of the videos for 5 years. You can see how, and you people at home, please look them up, please notice that there are now very few ways to have our voices heard whatsoever, and they're being further shut down now. Today, the public comment icon to actually submit something for public comments was not existing on the agenda again. The multiple times and ways that our voices have been shut down, I have stood here screaming since you took off the microphone on me to make sure that you understood we are not okay with you not reading letters that are sent in. We are not okay with you subverting our rights and pretending that we don't exist. You are our employees. We have hired you for $189,000 a piece. That's more than you should get by far, and you have not done your duties of seeking what we need and want.
Yeah. Go Monica.
We'll go, I don't know how many, we'll go with 5 more, at least 5 more speakers, and then we'll go until we got the end of the meeting.
We'll leave when we're ready.
Yeah.
This is not really a war on a virus. This is a war on our children and our future generations. So when you go to bed at night and you're thinking of your families, your loved ones, everyone here, our families, our children, their grandchildren, think of what kind of world we are leaving for them. If we're not protecting our individual rights and our civil liberties, if we're not protecting those very not even really receiving a real education anymore. And the saddest part is that many children, this will be a scar for a lifetime.
That's right.
This will be a scar for future generations if we don't stop. We need to stop the nonsense now. We need to open up our schools, we need to open up our businesses. Many of them won't be able to open up, but it's not too late for some of them that are still hanging on by a little tiny thread. I met a woman recently who her daughter was at Aptos High, she got straight A's. Now she's on Zoom and she has straight F's. Not many of us know someone who's been affected by the virus or died, but we all know someone whose children are suffering.
Yeah. That's right.
Thanks to all the previous speakers, and also I want to ask that you put the item 33 immediately after public comment.
So you can see a lot of people are upset and speaking their truth, putting these people on notice because they're violating their oaths, they're committing actual crimes against people. And I gave a 2-minute talk as well, but I didn't record it. But I essentially said, hey, brothers and sisters, I know you guys are humans under there, and I come in love, but you guys are violating the oaths. And there's a grand awakening happening, which is personal sovereignty. And our rights don't come from you guys, they come from God. So if you think you're gonna be able to take a right away that you never gave me, that's gonna be a problem. So I'll see if I can find that link and post it, but I should have recorded it, but anyways. We all know statism is based on coercion and based on intimidation and coercion, initiation of violence. So this is why voluntarism and personal sovereignty is going to win, because we're standing on solid ground that you own your life, your rights come from God, nature, and so keep spreading peace and freedom, my friends. Do something, take some kind of action. That's the most important thing. Peace and love.